Hello, this is JTLive and welcome back to another episode of South Stand Stories. This series, of course, we'll go through everything happening in and around the world of Leeds United, and it is Leeds United 2, Watford 2. That is a rough one, a bitter pill to swallow, and we will get into every single thing wrong with that performance and the result. At the end, we did pull it back. Joseph came on, second touch of the ball, he scored. His first touch was a shot, his second touch was a rebound, and he equalised for Leeds. I thought we had a couple of chances. We could have maybe stolen a win there. But the fact we didn't win is really, really devastating. And I can only put the blame down to two people for that. And I'm not getting onto them. Listen, I know Fark has done a great job. He's done a phenomenal job with us this season. But what was that lineup? What was it? Criminal. Yes. Okay. You know what? Let's get into it. I'm not going to criticize Fark. I'm not going to go too crazy on... Well, I'm going to criticize him. I'm not going to go too crazy on Fark because, yes, he's done a good job this year. But that lineup was absolutely questionable, to say the least. Absolutely awful. Yes, you have an injury with Gruev. Okay, you have to move things around. You can't play him in the midfield. But why? Why would you disrupt a back four which has been phenomenal? A back four which has not conceded a goal from open play in 2024. That's how good that back four has been. And you decide to disrupt it. You decide to disrupt it by putting in a man in Liam Cooper in centre-back who has barely featured for Leeds this season at all. When Ampadu and Rodon had a perfect partnership. It was impossible for any team to do anything against us when we had those two together at the back. Why? He decides to disrupt it and bring Cooper in when you could easily slot slot Ampadu still into the defence and put Gray into the midfield, put Byram at right back, put Firpo at left back. He waits until the 60th, 70th minute to do that. Why? You could have done that instantly. Anybody could see that. Stevie Wonder could see that it wasn't working in the first half. Stevie Wonder could see that they were coming down our left side with ease in that first half. Every single time they got the ball, they were peppering it down that left-hand side. Peppering it. Dennis, for that second goal, absolutely embarrassed Cooper. He sent Cooper back to the retirement home with that one. Honestly, he broke his ankles 3 times over. First of all, Cooper comes flying out of his position. Dennis beats him in the air. Cooper's main attribute is meant to be in the air. He beats him in the air, throws him to the ground, gets the return ball off his teammate, runs down the flank. Cooper tries to track back and catch him in time. By the time he gets anywhere near him, Dennis chops him, goes inside. Cooper falls on his arse, and he slots it into the corner. It's a great goal, but Cooper was at fault for both of those goals, and I don't know why you disrupt the lineup and put him in that side. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever why he would do that. Furthermore, I don't understand why the hell Firpo was taken out of the side. Okay, Byram, yes, he's been a good fullback for us this year, but Firpo was in fine form. There was no reason to drop him, and we've seen the difference by having a left-footed left-back as opposed to a right-footed left-back playing in that game. It's completely chalk and cheese, but instead, we decide to completely throw everything away that we've been building, put Byram at left-back, put Gray at right-back, and we had no attack down the left-hand side through Byram in the first half there. Defensively, he was caught missing many times. Many times he was out of position. And if Firpo had been doing that, I believe he would have been getting criticised a hell of a lot. As for the midfield, we weren't able to do anything in the midfield. The reason we weren't able to do anything in the midfield that game is not because... the reason we weren't able to do anything in the midfield that game is not because Ampadu was poor. It's not because Kamara was especially poor, even though I don't think he had his best game. It's because Kamara was forced to do everything by himself because Ampadu wasn't able to give any kind of option in the midfield because he was constantly having to track back to try and cover for Cooper back there, to try and cover and stop Leeds from conceding stupid goals when Cooper was dragged out of position. So he wasn't able to offer any kind of presence in the midfield. Kamara was forced to do it all by himself, and we had nothing really in the middle of the park to help hold the ball for Leeds. So every single time we got it, we were losing it and giving it straight back to Watford. You compare that to the second half where we changed things around and we went 3 at the back with Ampadu at the back, and we moved Gray into the midfield after that. And we had 72 to 80% possession, and we dominated the game, and we didn't concede, and we didn't give up barely any chances because it's very simple. If we had our starting 11, if we had the actual defense that we've been playing all year, we wouldn't have given away those stupid chances. We wouldn't have given away those goals, and it would have been a completely different game. We would have controlled the ball in the midfield like we did in the second half. I don't understand Farke's team selection at all. Anyway, that's my rant over. That's that over. Let's talk about the positives. The positives are Somerville, phenomenal. We needed a big game from him today. He was pivotal for Joseph's second goal, taking the ball down the left-hand side. Great cutback from him. The first goal, sensational. Cuts in on his right foot, outside of the box, pings it top bins. This guy is our only saving grace right now, and there's going to be a lot of pressure on Somerville come the end of the season because Rutter is injured. I'm sorry, I saw him play for 65, 70 minutes. We were forced to play him for that long. He didn't look fit. He didn't look sharp. He didn't look his normal self. He needs to be rested. We got another game in Hull in 3 days. Rutter is not going to be fit for that either. I think there's a high chance we probably bring him off the bench and give him 25, 30 minutes and give him more time to recover. He's just come back off of abdomen surgery. That's going to take some time for him to get his footing. So in that time, we're really going to need Somerville to pull up some trees because, again, I thought Dan James, and I really didn't think I saw too much from Dan James in that game, if I'm being honest with you. I thought he was quite wasteful. There was quite a few times Somerville took it around a couple of players, cut it back to DJ on the outside of the box, and his touch was just too heavy. It let him down. And Nonto, I'm hearing, is going to be out for a sustainable period of time. So that is quite scary if you're a Leeds fan in terms of that kind of angle of things. We really need Dan James to fix up his form as well, because I didn't think he was his best today. I thought Bamford as well was a little bit tetchy. I don't know. As soon as the game started, I think we just took a little bit of a while to get our footing, to establish some control in the game. And, you know, I believe we did get that in the second half. And the second half was vastly improved. And I thought we were unlucky not to even nab a winner with the chances we had. Jaden Anthony, I thought, was actually very good when he came on. He almost nabbed himself a goal. I thought he should have scored that chance. Again, Joseph, phenomenal. Joseph got to either start next week or come on very, very early in the second half for me. Joseph was great. He was so good. He was causing nightmares back there with his runs in behind. He was so dangerous, so threatening the entire game. I would love to see him given a crack next week. And we're going to have to hope now that other teams do us a big favour. We're going to have to hope Norwich do us a favour on Monday against Leicester. We're going to have to hope Southampton do us a big favour against Ipswich. Either a draw or a Southampton win there. We cannot afford for Ipswich and Leicester to pick up wins and start putting the pressure on Leeds. We need to keep the pressure on the other two. It's now starting to pile on us. We've thrown that away there. Big game to throw away, but nonetheless, I still think we have the opportunity to have a good season and potentially go up. We just need to fix a couple of areas, and, you know, we're going to have to work around these injuries, because these injuries are turning out to be a big problem for Leeds. But let me know what you guys think anyway. What do you guys think about the match down in the comment section down below? For now, guys, I will see you all very soon. Au revoir, my brothers and my sisters.